What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for checking out another video on my channel. We have my very lovely and very pregnant wife, Allison, here.
Hello.
And this is how we're spending our Valentine's Day. So this is the Winter Combat footage we're going to be watching and commentating over. The race, you guys probably already saw it, was pretty boring, so figure we'd add some color to it and just talk. So I'm going to talk about it some. Allison might have some questions, but here we go. So we're sitting on the starting line now. Anything off the bat?
What are you thinking at this point?
So this is Moto 2. Moto 1 I had a pretty good start, so I was confident. I'd moved over a few gates here, so telling these people good luck, that always helps calm me down, but I'm just thinking, like, I know I have a good jump, I just have to recreate it. I'm always nervous about like looping out. Even though I'm a B rider, maybe even 30 plus A here soon, who knows, but it's always a worry. So that's what's on my mind, just telling people good luck and stuff.
It was cool that both those guys were just like, it was their first race, right?
They were before I moved over. Yeah, but the guy on my left, it's his first race. The guy on the right, it's one of the, there's two kids who watch my channel, the Dimmicks. It's their dad, so it wasn't his first race, but that is definitely like, when they're like, oh, it's my first race, and you're like, okay, please don't loop out next
Yeah,
to me.
scary too.
All right, 2 minute boards up, which is not 2 minutes. You can see checking the gate. I felt like that was kind of a slow reaction, but I got a good jump, take a quick peek over, and I just hold it on going into the first corner. How do you think you would handle that?
How I would handle it? I would be on the ground. So.
Always a really cool feeling coming around there. I checked to my left because I knew Mark was coming up. I could have cut across and taken the inside from him, but I didn't want to be like that. He's gonna pass me, you know, this is what, the second corner of the track, third corner. I didn't even want to challenge him or anything with that.
I mean, you kind of figured going in, like, this would be the outcome.
Exactly, yeah, like, you always want to win, but when it's a guy that fast who's had your number every single race so far, it's like, yeah, he's probably going to beat me. So he takes a little look there, and I think he's already like, oh wow, I'm already gapping him. But the track was so slick, and it was like, I just didn't want to slide out, especially on the first lap. Like, let's get through. You can see the track looks like concrete. It's so hard and dry and blue grooved. Yeah, blue groove.
I've never heard that before.
The people watching probably know, but it's like the track is so hard that you start leaving rubber behind on it, so it gets like a bluish tint from your black tires, so it's blue groove, and it's just really slick, like the jump face right there. I don't think that would be called blue groove yet, but you can kind of see it's like grayish, bluish in there. That's all it is super hard pack, and you can see there's just like a 3 foot line around the whole track. That's just where everyone is going. It's blue grooved. So we're coming up here on the finish line and get the LitPro data going. I didn't have my heart rate for some reason. It showed it at first, and now it's not showing it, so we don't have to worry about it, but you can be rest assured it was really high.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably like 180 or something.
Yeah, I think peaked like 195. All right, any feedback, any questions?
Feedback, no, great job.
Before this, I was talking to Allison, and I was like, you could ask stuff like, why is Mark so much faster? What's he doing different? And I think one big thing, especially watching this back, he's just attacking the track more, over jump there. I was being a little more lackadaisical and just not really charging the corners. I was just coasting into them. I knew I wasn't gonna like keep up with him. I just wanted to hold off the guy behind me. We're already into lappers. How is it we're already into lappers? I'm assuming this guy crashed on the first lap or something, and he was from the second gate, the 40 plus, but that was kind of weird. But yeah, I'm just rolling into the corners. I'm not charging in. I could be going like way faster, but again, I was trying not to slide out and have a dumb mistake. So Mark just is faster overall, but I think it's mostly because he just rides that much harder. And the biggest thing is pushing into the corners. I just let off and slowly coast into him, and he's charging all the way into the corner and getting on the brakes later and stuff like that. Excuse me.
You kind of just get to do your own thing.
Yeah. I was trying not to look over my shoulder or anything, but you guys who have raced, you know, you can feel the pressure, you can hear people. In my last Winter Combat, the previous round I was talking about, you can see their shadow if they're close enough. Like you can see my shadow there, just went away, but different parts of the track, if they're close enough, you can see their shadow. If the track does like a 180, you can see them coming at you. So it's pretty easy to gauge off of where they are, and you can find yourself in a comfort zone. Like, I'm good right here, I don't have pressure, I know I'm not gonna catch first. like let's just cruise right here. Contact, but it's kind of like how Christian Craig rode last night in Orlando. Jet was out front, Nichols was in second, they were kind of doing their own thing, and then it was Christian, and then Shimoda was 10 seconds behind him. 10 seconds. He lost some towards the end, but it's like Christian was just there riding his own race, and I'm just using that as an example because you guys know I like Christian Craig so much, and it's acceptable in this situation. But you get into that little bubble, and it's like, as long as I keep this little gap behind me, we're fine. Like if that closes in, we might have an issue. I was looking away when that happened just now, but I think I either overjumped or underjumped that and kind of skipped into that corner. So a little sketchy there. And again, you don't want to get on the brakes too hard. You grab the front brake too hard when the track's like this, and the front end's just gonna knife or wash on you. So it's just a lot of throttle control, because if you get on the gas too hard, the back end is just gonna slide. And I've had many crashes like that if you don't weight the outside peg enough.
And we don't need that.
We don't need that. That actually, one of the, like right when we started talking, I had that really big crash on the 125 where I high-sided and went over. I remember sending her the video of that. That was before we were dating. I was like, hey, this is what happened to me today. And she was probably like, cool.
Yeah,
that was bad.
Gnarly bruise. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's crazy.
Crazy, and here we are.
I still think that.
Coming up on yet another lap. He's holding out the 2 card, or not the 2 card. Pat Osif runs the finish line, and he holds out the 2. And I know sometimes people are like, oh, you only do 4 laps, and it's like, I don't get to choose the laps. I just show up in a race. You know, if I showed up and they said we're doing 20 laps today, I'd be all like, oh my god, this is gonna suck, but I would do it. If I show up and they say we're doing 2 laps today, I say, okay. Like,
that also kind of would suck.
That would really suck, but it's not my decision is that point. Over right here, this is a good part where you can see the person behind you shadow the last Winter Combat. That's where I saw Levi, who's the other 30-plus guy who was running really well. Could see his in these closer sections. I had talked about this triple there. I thought about doing it, but it was so hogged out before it, and it's like I really don't need to push that too hard and make a mistake and hurt myself. So no need to do it. Again, if maybe I was getting pressured, I might feel the urge to, you know, hammer down and seat bounce it and try and get up over it, but had no need for that.
Hogged out is another one of my favorites.
So you were right next to the finish line watching this with my mom and Alex, I think, and Leah. Are you guys, like, what's going on? Are you guys talking at all? Or are you just cheering when I go by? Or, like, what's the atmosphere like for you guys?
Yeah.
Watch this lapper. He comes over on me. Better not go there.
I know, we always like post up by the finish line, which is just a nice spot to see a good portion of the track, and of course we're all hyped, and you know, we can see you going around just about every part. And actually I think it was this race that I missed you, like coming around.
It's the white flag, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it was right there. I like for some reason didn't see you come by, and I was like, I didn't want to freak your mom out, but I was like, did you see Daniel come by? Like, they completely miss him. And she's like, yeah, he's right there.
I think you just have a short attention span, so you're just like, you're probably like wandering off, and then you're like, oh, I didn't see him go by.
No, I'm paying a lot of attention. I think
real quick, right here, sorry to cut you off, but this left-hander to the left there, you can see people really easily there too. Like, you can see the guy who was just coming. Anyway, I'm sorry, go on.
No, I think it was just like maybe pregnancy brain or something. Just
that's fair.
Minor blackout, something like that. But I was very glad
that I was still up. Thank you. Yeah, coming. This is the last lap, so still hitting that second triple, because that's not even really a triple. It has that landing. One thing on that, hello Sora. When you land that, you can just like let the bike slow down. Use the engine brake. You don't need to get hard on the brakes there, and then just make the corner. I found that's one where if you land, and in the past I used to do it and get hard on the brakes, you end up just sliding right through the corner. It's like if you kind of do like ABS and let it kind of skip, then you can make it. This one too, this is where I looked over in the first moto. So slow through here, but that's a really good one. You can look to your right there and see the people coming down next to you. That corner was so slick, and I've struggled with that. Even if it was perfectly prepped, that corner I really struggle with. So when it's coming up to here, it's you know, 2 corners left, just a few jumps. So it's like, okay, don't make a stupid mistake and tuck the front end here or anything. You know, heart rate's probably came down a little bit by now. I'll put the graph up just so you guys can see, but since these past few laps have been quite a cruise, it probably came down some. And jump through, get the checkered flag, and then I like to check back and see, okay, where was the closest guy? And there he was. So here comes Oni running over. But that was second moto. Any questions, comments, anything?
No, I was just so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Very sweet. But really fun moto. Then I come up and talk to Mark. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let us know down in the comments. Hit that like button. It'd be cool to get Allison a little more involved. I know, of course, with our kiddo coming in a month, the due date is 1 month from today, March 13th, or 14th, excuse me.
It's like 28 days because it's February.
Yeah, crazy. Anyway, you know, if our little dude ends up riding dirt bikes, eventually, you know, 3 years down the line, there'll be videos of that. People are always like, oh, teach Allison how to ride. Do you have any desire to learn how to ride? If she did, we would teach her. We're not going to pressure her into it. So she has no desire to ride, but
I like to watch the races. I like to learn about it, but I'm not. No.
And she watches the pro races too, which is really cool. Yeah. But so yeah, I'd like to get Allison a little bit more involved and do content you guys enjoy. So thank you guys so much for watching, and that's going to do it. So until next time, as always,
take it easy.
And if it's easy,
take it twice.
We'll talk to you later.